was Jay, so we had took him out his glove. On the phone with Shaq Dog tweaking, we stay
Shawty flexing for his Jay, so we had took him out his phone. What is wrong with y'all, bro? What's good with y'all, boys? It's your boy Sauce Boy Top, and today we gonna be reacting to another Baby Splat documentary. I know we just reacted to one. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's a new one already out though. Look, 2 days ago. We're gonna see if we gonna, you feel me, get any updated information. Without further ado, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We drop every day, and we're gonna get right up into it. Let's go.
Chicago drill right now got plenty of moving parts, but at the center of it is Baby Splat, Q50's youngest and most trusted. Just 15, he's already caught up in bodies
at 15,
live
bro.
streams that put the whole world
Do
in
your
his business.
homework.
The story ties into how Q50 kept Bloodhound alive after Lil Jeff, how wars with Trap City, Risky Road, and even STL keep stacking losses, and how the youngest ones like Baby Splat end up carrying that weight. Baby Splat, Chicago's freshman shooter. Baby Splat is one of the youngest members in the drill scene.
Bro just said Chicago's freshman shooter.
Moving reckless. At just 15, he's already been labeled Bloodhound Q50's top shooter. He's that multiple times while on Instagram Live and still managed to build his own name, running Shorty Mob, a crew directly tied to the Bloodhounds, even before he can.
He looked dumb as hell, don't he? I ain't even gonna lie,
his
like,
reputation in the streets was already feared. Just
not
recently,
even trying to be negative or like talking shit. He don't look like he got
after
nothing
running off
going on
with
up here.
$60,000, and now Baby Splat is said to be looking for whoever was behind it, which could put STL on his head too. He grew up on 78th and Essex on Chicago's South Side, the youngest of 9 kids with 4 brothers and 5 sisters. Splat said he jumped off the porch at 13.
The youngest
but even
did he say the youngest of 9?
With 4 brothers and 5 sisters. On Chicago's South Side, the youngest of 9 kids with 4 brothers and 5 sisters. Splat said he jumped off the porch at 13. But even while building a street rep, he was still in school. He told people he's a freshman and hasn't dropped out, showing how young he really is while already moving like a full-time crash out. Baby Splat is really still a freshman in high school, on spring break talking about classes while already tied to body. His rap name came from a close friend who got, showing how early shaped him. At first, he never even planned to rap. He said he was going to leave that lane to his brother, but eventually, he hopped on a track just messing around, then linked with Lil and Fat Drench on another record. After that, he kept recording, slowly building a catalog, even while his main reputation came from the streets. Baby Splat's move into rap came through collabs with Lil Scoom and Fat Drench, 2 names already moving in the Shorty Mob scene. His bond with Lil Scoom stood out. He said they first linked through a mutual friend named Ken while riding in traffic, and from there started hanging out heavy. Scoom became both a close homie and a mentor, pushing Splat further into music while the streets were still his main focus. In an interview from December 2023, Baby Splat sat down with Lil Scoom before Scoom's. That footage now holds weight in drill history, showing how young Splat was while already surrounded by names like Scoom, Bloodhound Q50, Vert, and AMF. By then, he was already tied in with AMF behind his visuals, adding to the Bloodhound movement that was gaining traction out of Chicago. The way he carried himself in that interview, trading threats and energy with Scoom, showed his early persona forming under the guidance of one of his biggest influences.
About your relationship with Lil Scoom, you know, how did y'all first meet? How did y'all link up and become so close?
We got close. My homie Ken, we in traffic. He brought me in, we came in to see, I see him. Then I played me and my homie shit, Lil Ronald. He damn, y'all rap. Hell yeah. Then we just got.
Baby Splat's rise in the Bloodhounds came through his role in Shorty Mob, Q50's personal hit squad, where he was trusted as one of the youngest. His name spread not just off drills, but also through music, with AMF visuals pushing out his content and making his face known across.
That's probably one of his brothers right there. I ain't even gonna lie.
With AMF visuals pushing out his content and making his face known across Chicago drill circles. Tracks like Out My Mind with Fat Drench pulled over 451,000 views, while his biggest solo, Reckless Runnin', passed 568,000, cementing him as more than just another crash out. His relationship with Fat Drench was one of the most important in his life. He called him Big Bro in his DJU interview, and they were constantly tied together both in the streets and in music. Fat Drench, coming out of Rookville, had a rep for moving reckless, and around August or September 2023, he was Word is he got backdoored, though details stayed murky. By March 2024, Baby Splat was still carrying the weight of that loss, saying his name didn't get spoken on enough in the community. It showed how fast the drill scene can move on after, even when the person was a key figure.
Do your homework on being a key figure in the streets and getting backdoored by right-hand man.
Fat Drench, repping
cool.
NLMB Shorty Mob, was confirmed as the male found in an alley off the 2500 block of East 81st Street in South Chicago. Cops say he took a shot wound to the head and was pronounced on the scene. A woman found him unresponsive around 1:30 a.m. after hearing earlier. Police suspected the happened about an hour before, when 911 callers from 7800 South Phillips and near 79th and Yates reported guns. Still, no shell casings were recovered in the first search of the area, making it harder to piece together evidence. That part of the city used to be covered by HotSpotter, the gun detection system. But as of September 23, 2024, Mayor Brandon Johnson officially ended Chicago's contract with the service against the wishes of most aldermen, CPD, and residents. In the past, spotter alerts help police locate victims faster and
shot
recover
spotters,
casings
bro.
from
Do your homework.
investigations.
Why would
Without
you
it,
ever do
victims
that?
like Fat Drench can go undiscovered longer, leaving families and police scrambling. His was already being counted in online tallies like Brandon Johnson's Bodies, a series tracked where gunshot detection might have changed the outcome. Alderman Gregory Mitchell, who represents that ward, had fought to keep the system in place. In Shorty Mob, Fat Drench was often seen side by side with Baby Splat. Both were young faces pushed to the front lines, often going live together, trolling and throwing disses at ops. Where Baby Splat was seen as the rising star with ties to AMF Music Group, Fat Drench moved more like muscle, quick to flash and back up the disrespect. Their relationship showed how Splat, only 15, was being surrounded and reinforced by shorties like Drench, who were ready to ride and slide, keeping the set active in multiple beefs. Losing Drench put more pressure on Splat, leaving him as
who are ready to ride and slide, keeping the set active in multiple beefs.
one of the youngest visible figures holding the Shorty Mob name. On IG, Fat Drench's page was updated with tributes. Rest King splashed across his photo and captions like, "Your mama's broken. I told you none of these numbs was your friend," signaling that some close to him believed it was a backdoor. With Shorty Mob's history of sliding, dissing, and young faces being pushed as muscle, the idea of betrayal wasn't far-fetched. The ops wasted no time responding. PGF Shorties, with Fully Chop leading the way, started dissing Drench right after the news broke. Chop had just been in the headlines himself, rumors flying days earlier that he was in critical condition or even, which turned out false. Instead of laying low, he doubled down, mocking Fat Drench's and using the moment to build clout. Fat Drench himself wasn't quiet in the beef before this. He had already been on record dissing every single one of his ops, so the disrespect had history behind it. By the time he was found, the back and forth with Bloodhounds and PGF Shorties was already set in motion, and his loss just added another layer to Chicago's drill cycle. In the end, the situation showed how youngins like Fat Drench, always flashing, dissing, and claiming they ready for smoke, get caught in the same pattern. Whether it was truly a backdoor or just another slide in the ongoing wars, the result was the same. Another Shorty Mob member gone, leaving his family broken, his ops celebrating, and his set forced to deal with the weight of another loss. After Fat Drench got things got messy fast. Some pages posted disses that had people confused, since a lot thought Drench was from that hood. On camera, Baby Splat made it clear Drench wasn't from their block and had been on some backdoor moves before he died. Splat said flat out that while Drench was he couldn't stand behind everything he was doing. He admitted that they had helped turn Drench up, putting him in videos and giving him the look that boosted his name. But in the end, the internet hyped him more than the streets did. In Splat's words, the clout made Drench chase it, and that chase played a role in how he went out. It showed how even inside crews tied together, backdoor energy and internet fame could flip things quick. Paperwork and street talk both tie Baby Splat to serious work. He's rumored to have 2 bodies already, one tied to CEO
2 bodies already.
Hawkham from Risky Road in 2024, and another connected to Trap City that same year. On top of that, documentation points to him being involved in at least 6 different things, with targets coming from Risky Road, Trap City, and other sets around the South Side. That reputation put him in position as one of Q50's main enforcers, building his name as more than just a rapper. By August 2025, he was shot at again while on Instagram Live, another hit attempt broadcast in real time to his followers.
I ain't never ducking
Baby Splat went live with Shorty Mob when the ops pulled up and let off. Whole thing got caught on
seen that in the
IG, showing
last
Splat
video.
and his crew getting pressed in real time. Instead of standing on what he rap about, Splat took off running so fast, people was clowning him for moving like Fred Flintstone, while one of his homies stayed inside with a strap tucked under his arm like deodorant, just listening to music instead of sliding. That moment
While one of his homies
showed
stayed
how
inside
young
with
and
the strap
unprepared they
tucked
really
under his
are. These
arm like
shorties talk
deodorant.
tough online, troll, and invite ops to pull up. But when it actually happens, the reaction don't match the image. Splat, only 15, born in 2010, still ain't even got a license, but already being pushed.
Motherfuckers born in
His muscle and gang
2010
wars
trying to
way bigger than
gangbang,
him.
bro.
Instead of being in school or stacking money, he and his crew out here on lives, getting slid on, and putting themselves in situations they not ready for. The older names, Q50, Vert, Swerve, No Limit members, weren't the ones outside getting blew down. It's the shorties catching all the smoke while the bigger faces stay low. Splat and his homies still live with parents, piling up in one crib, and once ops figure out where you at and know you don't got the money to move around, it's just a matter of time before they spin. And they're not just beefing one block. Shorty Mob and the Bloodhounds got problems with Trap City, Risky Road, and even the suburbs. That's 6-7 different hoods lined against them, and the main name's not outside. When ops slide, the shorties are the first ones they're going to hit. Baby Splat is stuck between two lanes. On one side, AMF management is pushing his rap career, getting him videos and buzz. On the other side, he's still outside on live, trolling, beefing, claiming work, and moving like a full-time stepper. You can't do both. Either you rap or you bang. People in the city
Literally, bro.
already saying he
can't do
needs to
both.
be in California with AMF, getting homeschooled, focusing on music, not sitting in a Chicago crib waiting for a spin. Just weeks later, his own leader Q50 made headlines after an alleged incident in St. Louis. Reports say Q50 ran off with $60,000, then doubled down by dropping a video flexing it. When he popped out for a show in STL, were waiting and followed.
Oh no. Was he just running with a Drake, twin? What the fuck? Oh no.
Everything that's gone down with the Bloodhounds, Z Money getting backdoored, Jeff going on a body run before getting left in the street, Scoom at 18 set the stage for Baby Splat. He's Q50's young enforcer, Shorty Mob's frontman, and already rumored to have bodies tied to him. At just 14 to 15, he's stepping into the role Jeff once had, carrying the weight of the crew's get back and the image of the Bloodhounds in Chicago and beyond. The cost of being 15 in Chicago drill. For Baby Splat, all these losses put him deeper in the line of fire. Every slide, every diss, every chain snatch or rumor tied to the Bloodhounds increases the pressure on him. He's not just another name in the set. He's the face of the next generation, the one expected to answer back when the crew takes hits. With his age, his music, and his street reputation already colliding,
shit's so
Baby
dumb.
Splat's story shows how the cycle doesn't stop. It just hands the roll down to the youngest soldier left standing. On that live, while Baby Splat and his guys were outside, ops pulled up and let off. Splat was seen running so fast, people joked he came out his shoes, while one of his mans stayed in the house with a strap tucked under his arm like deodorant, just listening to music instead of sliding. That clip made the point clear. These are kids being used as muscle, stepping into beefs they can't control. But the reality is, he's in the middle of the cycle that already swallowed Z Money, Lil Jeff, Lil Scoom, Carter, Romesha, Monty, Lil Rob, and more. At 14 to 15 years old, he's being used as a pawn in wars built by older names, while his face becomes one of the most visible. And in Chicago drill, that usually ends the same way. Like people said in response to that live, coffins fit everybody, no matter the age. If Baby Splat stays outside beefing 5, 6, 7 different hoods at once, he's one of the easiest targets on the board. On the music side, Baby Splat been trying to flip the street buzz into something official. June 2nd, 2025, he dropped Don't Run Through AMF Music Group in partnership with Create Music Group, showing his first real step into structured distribution instead of just SoundCloud uploads. A month later, July 8th, he linked with Rel Vert for FCK 12, same imprint, keeping the consistency under AMF/Create. He kept his foot on the gas with Back to Back alongside Lil Will 078, which popped up on Audiomack as part of his 2025 run. Then on August 11th, he rolled out Get Folded under AMF Empire.
why do everybody want to be a rapper though? That's my question. Like, we can't have no doctors, no like.
Marking a slight shift in branding, but still
No
tied to the same
therapies.
camp. These 4 drops back-to-back showed Baby Splat not just moving reckless online, but also positioning himself with indie infrastructure.
Everybody can't
AMF
be a
and
rapper,
Create
man.
Music Group handle distribution and rights, giving his songs more reach than IG lives or YouTube snippets. By tapping in with features from names like Rel Vert and Lil Will 078, he's also building industry connections outside his immediate circle. It's his first clear attempt to bridge his drill reputation with legit catalog building, and whether he can stay consistent with it will decide if his name sticks in the industry or stays just tied to the streets. From trolling bloggers to snatching chains, and however, music isn't the only thing going on in Baby Splat's life. One time, Q50 and Baby Splat linked up on Live and pulled a fake move on Chicago streaming. They made it seem like they was about to line him. Dude was nervous, thinking it was real, but at the end it turned out they was trolling.
Yeah, man. Nah, hold on. Yeah, now I'm trying to see because for count then come out. I'll be streaming this shit.
Q50 asked him where he from, and once he said
This shit's so stupid, bro.
Chicago, the pressure came down harder. They told him to step in the hallway, kept telling him to run his pockets, phone and all. The streamer had no idea it was a joke. He really thought he was getting stripped. In reality, it was just Q50 and Baby Splat playing, but the situation showed how dangerous it could have got. Saying Chicago in front of certain people comes with risk, especially with all the set beefs tied to the city.
Saying Chicago in front of certain people comes with it. Bro, what the fuck
If he
are we
would have said
talking
the
about?
wrong block or hood, it could have gone left quick. The whole thing ended up being trolling, but it put on display how Q50 and Baby Splat move. They showed they got control in the room and can flip the energy whenever they want. What that whole prank really showed is how you got to take people for who they are. If somebody got a history of robbing, getting down on people, moving grimy, you can't ignore it. That's the energy they carry, and you can't act surprised when it popped back up. The lesson is simple. If you step around them dudes, make sure you got no ties, no songs, no shout-outs, no posts with their ops. Anything like that can get you lined. Some of them not changing no matter how much money, jewelry, or fame they get. The mindset stays the same.
So damn dumb. You just gonna
That
end up in the
mindset is
same
what
place
keeps
you
taking
would when you was
lives,
in the hood.
even of rappers who already made it. Over the past few years, plenty of artists lost their lives not because of lack of success, but because they couldn't let go of that street mentality. Q50 and Baby Splat might have been joking this time, but it was a reminder of how quick things can flip if that gangster mindset stays in play. Q50 and Baby Splat sitting on millions of views right now. Labels tapping in,
Goofies.
streams going crazy. They don't
Don't
gotta be
know
outside
what to
snatching
do with it.
chains or
Sitting
trying to
on
catch
millions
hats
of
no
views and
more.
have
But the
no
reminder
clue
from
what
this
to do
prank
with
is
them.
clear.
How to
Just because it
monetize
was a
off
joke
them.
this time, don't mean the next one won't be real. Look at Big
Motherfuckers out
Champ,
here
Baby
doing
Splat,
paid
and
promos.
Q50 ain't prank him. They stripped him for
Paid
real.
promos,
Word is
man.
they moving around with 4 stolen watches and a few Cuban links they already snatched. That's the type of energy they carry, so anybody stepping in their circle gotta know what it is. Later on, Baby Splat leaked a track where he openly admitted to robbing Big Champ, adding fuel to the tension already surrounding Shorty Mob.
Low. This up on the net, but in real life, no. Shorty flexing with his J, so we had took him out his glove. On the phone with Shaq Dog tweaking, we stay
Shawty flexing for his J, so we had took him out his phone. What is wrong with y'all, bro? Like, do your homework on it. What's wrong with
up
y'all?
on the fold. Had a watch up on his wrist, we took him down, Big Champ a hole. Run too fast up in the sky, we lead a Jace up in
Had a watch up on his wrist, we took him down, Big Champ. Oh, bro.
Why the fuck I'm alone, little Jeff, alone, little.
Not long after, Q50 jumped on live saying he was melting down the piece, clowning the situation and showing he still controlled the narrative. Big Champ fired back by posting brand new jewelry online, flexing like the loss didn't touch him, and Q50 himself liked the post, stamping approval on the move and keeping the back and forth alive. Another time, Baby Splat went live and popped out with KB Mike's watch, letting everybody know he caught dude lacking. He posted
His
popped
ass
out
don't
with
look
KB
tough, bro. This look like a YouTuber. Like, am I tweaking? This look like another YouTuber, bro.
Mike's watch,
His ass don't look tough.
letting everybody know he caught dude lacking. He posted the picture right after, flexing the piece and claiming it for Shorty Mob. People online started asking if KB Mike was tied to KB Nin or the same hood, but either way, The message was clear. Splat and his crew got him. Shorty Mob been calling themselves the cleanup crew, known for snatching jewelry and running moves on whoever they sense is soft. If they smell weakness, even a little bit, they taking advantage. This time you can't even pin it on Q50. He's in Cali stacking paper. Splat and the youngins did this on their own, moving off their own mindset. But the question now is what this does for Splat's name. Rappers looking to build careers don't want to work with someone known for lining people up in the studio or turning links into robberies. He's only 15 with industry ties
Motherfucker scaring the money away. You don't even realize it.
Staying in that mode makes it hard for anyone to trust him. The streets might give him clout, but it's the same thing that could block him from fully breaking into the game. Baby Splat
nobody gonna trust your ass, bro. If nobody trusts your ass, nobody gonna work with your ass. Nobody work with your ass, you not getting no money, twin. Especially in the rap game.
Mike's watch on live, right after he just got slid on, almost like he needed to prove he's still solid. But instead of making him look strong, it made him look reckless. Nobody in the industry gonna trust linking up with somebody who might line them up for their jewelry. That's the same Rep Q50 fighting, more known for controversy and drama than music. Right now, Splat and Shorty Mob only targeting people they think soft, picking and choosing their moves. But sooner or later, they gonna press the wrong one, and that type of stunt can get them over a chain. The reality is, most of these youngins don't got real options. They broke, no jobs, barely in school. So they end up in 3 lanes. Some running up the bag, some sliding daily, some snatching cars and jewelry. Splat trying to be all 3 at once. And that path don't end good. Street clout versus industry moves. Baby Splat flashing KB. Mike's watch just pushed the same problem Q50 been dealing with, being known more for lining people than for music. At this point, a lot of rappers wouldn't even trust linking up with Shorty Mob in the studio. If it ain't through management, they not pulling up because the risk of getting stripped is too high. Around them, you'd need a squad with you just to feel safe. Because if it's just you and an engineer, they liable to line you. That's the reputation Splat building, picking off who he thinks soft, avoiding anybody with real street backing. If you got real muscle around you, they'll chill. But if you by yourself or moving light, Shorty Mob quick to test you. That's why they already got a few chains under their belt like Champ and KB Mike. They moving like they following the same playbook as Lil Jeff and Q50, chasing clout through robberies instead of letting the music speak. Splat's only 15, but the more he doubles down on this path, the more he scares away opportunities that could change his life. And if he keeps
fucking goofy
picking and choosing wrong, it's only a matter of time before he presses somebody who don't fold and gets blown down for trying to take the wrong chain. Baby Splat is a part of Shorty Mob.
Bro. I give all the YNs 5 years max. All these YNs you see on the internet, fully chopped, all them, Baby Splat, all 5 years max. God forbid, but
came from the east side, holding down around 74th and Kingston. They locked in with crews like Dottie Road and Drench Gang, and their name ring in the streets heavy. Evans Mob on the other side been active on the south, tied to hustling and bodies, with both sides trading and using social media to keep the beef alive. That back and forth made it clear. Any wrong move or any flex online could get you lined. Back in December 2014, Evans Mob rep Pierre Robinson walked into a Chatham convenience store on 79th and East and pulled the trigger on Glenn Houston Jr. Multiple side. Robinson did that to keep his spot solid in the gang. Prosecutors say Evans Mob keeps the violence, the hustling, the clout chasing active, and they ain't shy about posting on socials to flex and taunt rival sets. It's real.
Yeah, bro, that's enough. This shit stupid as hell. I ain't even gonna lie to you. What I am gonna say, stay out the streets, get some money, like, comment, and subscribe. We gonna drop another video tomorrow. Without further ado, enjoy the next one.